The truth is, power comes down to sacrifice. It's not just me. We all know what we have to do to succeed. We all do. Deep down, we know. All the time we waste not taking the steps in the direction we should be going in, we're thinking about those steps. We're programmed to take those steps. So we know. And it all comes down to making hard choices. And one of those choices is acknowledging what got you here, what your true strength, where it lies in, and letting go of that. And giving up that power in order to receive a brand new source that's able to take you to the heights where you wish to go. Like, my pride has got me so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotten me far. Very, 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 very far. Thinking it's me. But it was never just me. I won that game on the console. I pressed power, played the game, and I won, right? But I didn't create that console. I don't know all the work it went into to even create the console I play on, to create the game, the controller. I'm not taking in the teammates, the enemies, like everything that goes into the game. There's so much we have no control over. There's so much that we can't even fathom how to start or how to build. We just do what we're told. We just play the game. Like, but we acknowledge that though. It's not like we try to think we can do it or we try to figure it out. We're here for a purpose and we do it. I'm not looking at all that other stuff. When we play sports, we didn't create that sport. We don't know all the hard work it went into even being able to allow us to play that sport. Like, know your history. We weren't able to do a lot of things we are now. There was a lot that went into it, but we take it for granted. Life is the same way. Life is the exact same way. We're able to freely do the things like go to school or even play sports with our friends. Not go through constant suffering and slavery for our whole lives because people made sacrifices. Like, our whole life is an assist. And that's people. We're not even getting started with the Creator. We're not even getting started with what God did for us to even be able to, like, He created the world. He created us. He placed us in a specific timeline with specific parents, with specific community experiences, all to lead us. Like Ray with the teddy bear, he's leading us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know what's happening, but he's leading us. He's leading us. He's trying to show us, yep, exactly. And you go here and you do this. He's trying to build us to do something, to be something. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have done none of this. If it was up to me, I'd still be on 2K right now. If it was up to me, life would look a lot different. I would have made a lot more mistakes. I'd be down and out. And I know that, but yet I don't acknowledge the truth. The truth is, it's not me. The truth is, my ignorance and my pride, it helped me a lot. But it's time to let go. That pride of being in that bubble, of thinking life revolved around the 60 people you see around you, like your family, your friends, your community, and you just place those 60 people on such a pedestal that they're equal to the world. And that was life. And I treated this bubble of people like they were the end goal. And me speaking the truth, me being honest, and me obeying whatever I was told and trying to accomplish all these goals kept me in this bubble, which protected me for a very long time. The pride did help, but there comes a time where you have to step on your own and live your truth. There comes a time when you realize that you're not a man by carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, by carrying all these burdens and afflictions from way back in your past into your life right now. You're a man when you realize what your true purpose is. And knowing that those concerns, you're supposed to give them to God because he's the one that's going to be able to do something with it. Is knowing where you lack and is knowing where he came in and what he's able to do versus what you're able to do. You can't see nothing. If you had to live life from your perspective alone and you had all your gifts and talents taken away from you, there's literally, you wouldn't be able to move a step. You wouldn't be able to do anything with your life. You can't really see. The vision you have is from God. Any power you have that you're able to accomplish anything major in life is not you. You don't know nothing. We don't. We want to live life a certain way, but there's a bigger story happening. Not just our little narrative in our head. There's something much bigger going on that we have to acknowledge. What we think doesn't really matter. But, like, your fears don't matter. It's your bubble. Your concern for what this person might think or that person might think is just your bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up looking at our parents and looking at other people we might idolize in our life, like our friends and our teachers, to guide us, which is what you're supposed to do growing up as a little kid. You're supposed to look to them. And through looking through their eyes, that's the eyes you used throughout your everyday life. The way you've seen things, the way you viewed your whole life was through these people who you idolize eyes. But once you grow up, there's a truth that you must live because there's a purpose that you must succeed in. There's something you have to do. But you can't use their eyes to succeed in that. That path is not seen by everyone. It's seen for you to walk through. It's your path, not theirs. So if you use their eyes to look on your path, you're not going to see nothing. And you're going to keep falling. You're going to wonder why. Because it's your pride. Because that's how you got this far. But you can't keep going like that. It's time to look through God's eyes. Because if you look through your own eyes, you're not going to understand what's going on. This has worked my whole life. Why isn't it working now? This world is way too complex. It's like the console. God is the console of life. The console is way too complex for you to even begin to comprehend how this came to be, why it's like this. You know what I'm saying? You didn't create this game, but you're meant to play it. And you have to play it, or it will play you. Why is it like this? Why is the rules like this? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go with it. Like, that's just the principle. Miles Monroe, he was talking about how, like, when you're driving a car and you go to the gas station, like, you can't put Fanta in your car because you like Fanta or you have an attachment to Coke. You know what I'm saying? or water's healthy, I'll put water in. Like, you gotta put gas, like you gotta put diesel, like you gotta put the proper fuel in your tank, or you won't be able to move. Like, it doesn't matter what type of attachment you have to whatever got you this far, like you have to let go of it or else it won't work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta trust in the console. Everything you do, you have to acknowledge, okay, this isn't me. This is way bigger than me. Like, you didn't create this. All of these experiences, these powers, these gifts, talents, they were given to you. We're not self-made, we're God-made. And because we didn't create this and we didn't choose this ourselves, we got to look to him as to how this is done. You gain your power through understanding, all right, it's you. You know what I'm saying? You got to let go of that. Like, don't get it twisted. The going Mary got you far. Like, let's not underestimate what Clutch has done. You know what I'm saying? Like, the going Mary got you far. Far. Very far. In those little pools. You know what I'm saying? Those little pools. Like, Clutch got you through school. You know what I'm saying? Playing that game. Because it wasn't just you. It was your friends that helped you. It was the teachers that took your time to actually teach you what's going on. You didn't teach yourself. It's not you. They literally showed you step by step how to do it, and you just did it. Video games. I wasn't the best. But I knew who was. And I understood the role I must play in order to win. It's all about playing your role. It's all getting your position. Like, doing what you need to do to succeed. I'll be prideful until it's time to lock in. All that pride's out the window. I'll do exactly what I need to do to win. I don't care what it is. It got us far. But the ocean requires an arc. It's not, you know what I'm saying? My brother's building something better. Like, you need Noah's Ark to get through this ocean. You got to live your truth. It's not about being Clutch anymore. You can't wait till the end. Every step matters. Living your truth is realizing that this world is the Clutch. Like, literally, once you are born, it's the Clutch. Because from the start of your life to the end, compared to eternity, it's nothing. There's a picture where it's like, it's a dot, like a black dot, and then like a long white line, I think it is, in this book I was reading. It's like a little dot and a long line that goes down the whole page, just like one sentence. It's just a line though. And it starts with a little dot, and it's to explain that little dot is life, is the world, and that long line is eternity. Like, this is the Clutch. You can't say you're Clutch, because if you were Clutch, you wouldn't ever stop. You wouldn't ever hesitate or doubt, or there's no time for that. There literally isn't. There's no time to be double, triple, quadruple thinking like you know what it is. Maybe all that hesitation, all that doubt, yeah, it was comforting in the past. We don't understand that our darkness, the things that hold us back in life, we're attached to it. Like, we built a relationship with hating on ourselves. We built a relationship with doubting our next step every single second. We built a relationship with self-sabotage. We've grown comfortable with our fears. Like, because I'm scared of this person, I'm not going to take this next step. And we're proud of that. Because of what people might think that you don't care about at all. At all. Not one bit. There's actually not 1 second of you that actually cares for a millisecond what that person thinks. But we'll say, you know what? because of that person not going to move. Because you're concerned about strangers. Idioting. But look, we've grown too attached to our past when we understand what it takes to live in our future. And that's to live your truth. And the truth hurts. It's a real statement. The truth does hurt. The truth can kill. Honestly, the truth can break relationships. The truth can propel you to heights you've never been in. But all that does is make your fears 10 times worse. It shows your insecurities. It brings them to the light. The truth, it locks you in. Like, there's no going back. Like, once you start living the truth, you're susceptible to the fire. Like, that means you're literally willingly walking through the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, like, you can't hide it no more. And all the things that made you comfortable growing up will be stripped away from you. People might not understand because you don't even understand. And you're not meant to understand why this game has to be played this way. Why the rules are like this. Why you weren't told this, because everything mattered. Everything happened for a reason. Life was built this way, specifically for you, so you can be the person you are right now. And you don't really think about it when you're in the midst of it. Like, when you play ball, you just play ball. But once you start playing, you acknowledge the rules. You acknowledge you're not the one that built the game. We don't fully acknowledge why we're even able to play it and all what the people went through in the past and all the discrimination, all the hate to allow us to freely play with whoever we want to play with at whatever time. But we play hoping that we acknowledge that. Like, there's so much that we're not a part of. You didn't make the rules. I didn't make the rules, but we're still going to play this game. You know what I'm saying? We both turn on the console and grab the controller and click the game. That right there alone, if we had to understand the console, the controller, and the game, we're not playing this game in our lifetime. Me and whoever I'm playing with, we're not playing that game. If we have to figure all that out, how to create all that, how that's built, and what's going on, we're not playing this game. We're not playing. But we acknowledge, okay, we have no part in that, but we're gonna play this game. So if you want real power, you're not the boss here. You're not the one who built this. Charge it to the game. Like, you just gotta acknowledge who your idol is. And you gotta stand by that idol, no matter what it might draw you towards. It's time to be everything they told you not to be. Because once you start living the life you're supposed to live, the labels will come. You don't have control in that. Your reputation versus your character is different. Who you are versus what people say you are, like, it's two completely different things. And once you know who you are, it doesn't really matter what the label is. You live in purpose, they call it selfish. You say the truth. What is it? It's offensive. It's heartless. It's whatever it is. I forgot the quote now. But it has to do with living your truth and let it kill whoever it kills. If you're scared to live your truth because, metaphorically, obviously, like, it can kill someone who you're close to, you gotta live it. You gotta do it. You gotta be willing to kill Sacrifice has to do with killing, executing your plans, executing the mission. Execution has to do with killing. Like, you got to be willing to kill. Got to be willing to go that far. Like, obviously, killing's wrong, but the mindset of a killer, how quick they go from thought to action. Because if you hesitate, if you doubt, you're not going to kill the person. Like, a killer doesn't think about killing. And obviously, they're probably relying on instinct, but intuition's very similar. Listening and obeying God and whichever idol is guiding you in life, it's a similar process of listening to what you're being told and obeying. Because you will never understand. We can never fully comprehend the world we live in and what we must do and why it's like this. But we got to do it. We have to just obey. You got to just do it. You don't think too much about it. And yeah, you're not ready for what's next. But the more you go through it, the more you're ready. Like, you'll never be ready until you go through it. And eventually, okay, I can handle this. You can keep theorizing this, and that. But once you actually are faced with the adversity, with the challenge that you've been waiting on, well, then we'll see if you're ready or not. Yeah, we don't know if you're ready. We'll see. Don't count yourself out too quickly. We'll see. We'll see if you're ready. Because it doesn't matter if God believes in you. It doesn't matter if the people around you believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, step one can't begin. That's the truth. That's the truth. And that's love. That's real love. Agape. Love. I don't care how the next party will receive this or take this. But because I love them, I gotta do it this way. I love to talk about scenes where the character, maybe they're about to die, or something really bad is about to happen, or they have to go on a dangerous mission. And there's someone that doesn't want them, like, wouldn't want them to do what they're doing. Or maybe they would actually sacrifice their life. And they'll tell them something really mean. Like, they'll be in the house with, like, someone about to kill them. They'll hold the door and say, like, I hate you and I never liked you. And they'll say all these mean things so the person behind the door will run away so they don't die. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that person will receive it very negatively, but it was for a greater cause. Because that person loves them. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it doesn't really matter how you take this love, but this is how it has to be. And that's just how this goes. Like, if you really want to make a change, thoughts and emotions won't steer your judgment. The truth is the truth. All you got to do is obey your calling, man. It's real love.